Good morning, students. So, today we are going to revise two new chapters, and the first one of it is Why I Don't Wear Earrings. So, students, here the story is about Malala, a little girl of 7 years of age who was very much genius, and even she was the topper of her class. She used to participate in different co curricular activities also. And in her class, the competition was always between her and Malaba. Then one day, as she was a genius and the topper of her class, she used to get some special treatments, and she used to um like all the treatments. Okay, so then what happened? One day, a new girl entered their school, and even in their class, whose name was Malkai Noor. As the girl was not that much talkative or a shy one, so no one thought that how much bright she was. But when the exams occurred, this time Malka Noor topped. Because of this, Malala was very much upset, and she was crying very bitterly after getting the results. But her mother comforted her. So after this incident, Malala and her family moved to another place, and there she has no friends, but she met a small girl who was even younger than her, whose name was Safina. And that girl had eyes on Malala's pink toy mobile. Then one day her toy mobile got missing, and after a few days she found it with Safina. But Safina refused to accept that she stole it from her, and instead she told that she had bought it from the market. But Malala knew the truth. She wanted to take revenge by doing the same to her. Malala then um, used to go to her house sometime and stole her things like toy earrings, necklace, etc. And soon Malala developed the habit of stealing. And she found herself um, to be getting the habit of stealing something, and she couldn't help herself in stopping this. Then what happened one afternoon when she came home from the school, she asked her mother to give her food, but she found that her mother was angry with her, and she was not understanding that what was the matter. She then came to her room and opened the cupboard, and now she understood that why the mother was angry, because uh, all the things that she had stolen from Safina were missing from the cupboard. Her mother then scolded her a lot. She even told her mother about the toy mobile, but her mother told her that she should set an example and taught her instead of doing the same. She apologized to her mother, and it was not the first time. Once, she took a handful of almonds from a seller as she wanted to have them. The cart owner was very angry and refused to sell any almond to her mother. And when her father learnt about that, he bought the whole lot from that man. Her mother then took Malala to Safina and her parents to apologize. Since then, she never lied or stolen, and she also stopped wearing any kind of jewelry. So, this is the summary. Now, let me give you the question answers. Number one, Who was Safina? Where did Malala meet her? The answer is Safina was Malala's new playmate. Malala met Safina on their new road where they moved. Number 2. Malala justified her stealing by saying that as Safina had stolen her things, so now she would do the same to her. Number 3. How did Malala's father help Malala realize her mistake when she was young? And the answer is to make Malala realize her mistake, her father bought a whole lot of almonds from the cart owner and put them in a glass jar. Her father knew that Malala is well aware of his financial condition and these almonds would be a reminder of her mistake. And number 4. Almonds are good, he said. If you eat them with milk just before bed, it makes you brainy. Who says this to whom? Malala's father says this to Malala. Next, why does the speaker buy the almonds? The answer is the narrator buy the almonds as he wants Malala to realize her mistakes. Next, what's the narrator's reaction to the almonds? The narrator tells Malala that these almonds will make her brainy if she eats them with milk just before bed. So these are the certain questions. Now let's proceed to the next lesson for the revision. So the students, the next lesson that we will revise is called Feast for the Rats. So here student, the story is given in the form of a drama, and here we can see that 5 schoolboys were returning from their holidays to the school once again, and they learned that they are going to get a new Sanskrit teacher this term whose name was Kalikumar Tarkalonkar. Soon, that's why they were found this name very much silly and they started making fun of this name. So while doing all these things, they reached the Adgola station, and from there an elderly man gets on the train. He asks the children. The old man spread a sheet in a corner and sat down. He asked the children that where are they going, and they replied that they are going to take care of Kalikumar Tarkalonkar. They also told that they don't like him even though they haven't seen him yet. And once the train stopped, the man went out, leaving behind his trunk and pots. Then when he returned, he found that his pots were empty, and the boys told him that the rats have eaten all the sweets inside the pots. But the old man was not at all angry. He even added that if he would known that there would be rats, then he would brought some more things. Then the train reached Bardhaman. The boys changed the coach along. They changed the train along with the old man, and the old man then bought many food and handed to the boys. He also bought mangoes for those boys. The boys then asked him that where was he going. He replied that he is going to search a good job, and he is a teacher who teaches Sanskrit. The boys then asked him to go to their school with them, and they will make the school secretary to appoint him as the new Sanskrit teacher, and they are not going to accept that Kalikumar Tarkalonkar. Then the train halted, and the boys, they saw that their school secretary was standing on the platform, and at last The secretary introduces him, means the old man, as Mr. Kalikumar Tarkalankar. So this is the summary of the chapter. Now let me give you the question answers. So the first question is, did the old man know who the rats were? Why do you think so? Yes, he knew who the rats were, as later on he bought some sweets and gave them, saying that the rats won't go hungry now. Number 2, why was the school secretary on the platform? The school secretary was on the platform. The school secretary had come to the platform to receive the new Sanskrit teacher. Next, who did this old gentleman turn out to be? The answer is, the old gentleman turned out to be Mr. Kalikumar Tarkalankar, the new Sanskrit teacher. Next, question number 6a. Who is the somebody the boy is referring to? The answer is, the boy is referring to their new Sanskrit teacher. The answer number B is, the boys mean that they are going to do something about the new Sanskrit teacher's job in the school. And answer number C is, the boys are going back to school after the holidays. Number 4, do you think the boys learnt a lesson? What was it? Yes, the boys learnt a lesson. The boys were naughty and disrespectful at the beginning, but the elderly gentleman changed their attitude by his kindness. They learned to love and respect an old man. They also learn not to form opinions about people they haven't met. Then these are the antonym synonym exercises were there. Then some idiom exercises was there. Then here we learned about letter writing. So students, and the letter which we have learned here is a formal letter. So student, a formal letter is a type of letter written in formal language in a stipulated form and for official purpose. And the format of the formal letter is, first come the sender address, then receiver's name and address, then date, salutation or greeting, subject statement, reason for writing, support your reason with examples, conclusion, complimentary close, and sender's name or signature. After that, then there come punctuation. So let me show you the what is a punctuation. So student, punctuation marks help us to understand the text better, and punctuation marks are capital letter, full stop, question mark, exclamation mark, comma, quotation mark, apostrophe, etc. So students, capital letters, we use them to write the pronoun I for all proper nouns to begin a new sentence, and then full stop is used for a long pause at the end of a declarative or imperative sentence. Then question mark is used at the end of every direct question. Then exclamation mark is used after an interjection and at the end of an exclamatory sentence. And comma is used to separate words in a list, to separate exclamatory words and words used to address somebody, to introduce words said by someone, and before question tag. Then quotation marks are used before and after the actual words spoken by a person. And an apostrophe is to show possession and short forms. Then student, we learned about sentences. So a sentence is a set of words expressing complete meaning. And we have 4 types of sentences: declarative, interrogative, imperative, and exclamatory. So students, declarative or statements say or declare something. Interrogative sentences ask question. Imperative sentences expresses a command or request. And exclamatory sentence express a strong feeling or emotion. So students, these are the important things we had to discuss about this chapter. And Here with it, here is the end of our revision class as well as all the formal classes. As from this Monday, you are going to have your final examination. So, best of luck for this exam. And here, let me finish my today's class. Thank you so much.